Welcome once again to JV Matters. I'm your host, Coach Lowry, head JV football coach. This is just a short introduction to next week's Chapter 8, Building Your Staff, Choosing the Right Coaches. So we all want to find that diamond in the rough. But at the high school level, and especially JV and freshman level, it just isn't always there. So let's get started on today's topic and talk about that. Because there's a few things that you need to look for in building your staff and what I look for and what probably a lot of coaches out there, head coaches, look for as well. So when we talk about football programs, they usually talk about players, about different players like your quarterback, the running back, the star linebacker, the athletes who make all the big plays on Friday nights, or even maybe on Thursday night, depending on when your JV team plays. What often always gets overlooked, though, are the coaches standing on the sidelines every day. After years of JV coaching football, I've learned something very important. The quality of your staff will often determine the quality of your program. So one mistake young coaches sometimes make is assuming that the smartest coach is automatically the best coach. And this is not necessarily true, because they may know offense, they may know the defenses, and they could probably talk football for hours. Okay? But the problem that they struggle with, or the most important part of coaching, is teaching. So knowledge matters, don't get me wrong there. You have to be knowledgeable. But communication matters too, because I can teach you football knowledge. Patience matters, and teaching matters. So let's be clear about something. Let's be clear about the mission. Let's talk about the mission. One of the biggest challenges in JV football is making sure every coach understands the mission. The mission isn't simply winning at the JV football program. When I first became a JV coach, and I'm not talking head coach, it took me a while, but as a coach, it's like that's all I wanted to do is win. Win, 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 win. When I first became a coach, that's all I thought I was supposed to do was win. But it took a while to realize that my job was to develop my team and my players to get them to play at the next level. So that means developing must come first. That's my primary job, was to develop. Sometimes that creates frustration. Players get moved up, starters disappear, depth chart becomes an issue overnight. Every JV coach has experienced it. I have. I do every year. I'm going to experience it this year. Every JV assistant coach has experienced it. The question is, how do they respond? The wrong response is, why did they take our player? The right response is, good, we did our job. That's what I've learned to understand and how to respond to it. Is I get excited. I'm excited to watch my players from last year playing up at the varsity level this year. Because that's our goal. The success of the program should always come first before the success of an individual team. Coaches who understand that make your staff stronger. One lesson I learned as a coach or a head coach is the loyalty and agreement is not always the same thing. Good staff disagree. In fact, they should always disagree, or they should just have different perspectives, I should say. Often make teams better. So it's okay to disagree. My staff, we disagree on some things once in a while, but we come together. And once we come together and challenge the assumption, and once we come up with a solution, but once the decision is made and we come up with that, and we offer solutions, we each have our input, and we move forward together, we make it stronger. It's That's what we agree on. Nothing destroys credibility faster than coaches arguing publicly. Players notice it, parents notice it, other coaches notice it. Disagreement belongs behind closed doors. Unity belongs in front of the team. Be aware of the constant complainer. So there's always that one coach. Thank goodness I don't have it. I can say that I don't have it. I don't think we have it on our staff. Okay, at least I haven't seen it. At some point, you may have a coach who likes to complain. Complains about everything. You name it, he's going to complain about it. The weather, the referees, the whatever. They're going to complain about it. If you're going to complain, you need to complain behind closed doors, because that's fine. You can moan and groan behind closed doors. You can vent behind closed doors with the head coach or whatever. I have no problem with that. But don't do it in front of the players. Don't do it in front of the parents. It stops. Complaining can spread as well as destroy a program. The best coaches don't ignore those problems. They will help solve the problems. When challenges appear, they ask, what can we do? Not, who can we blame? That's the problem. That mindset makes a huge difference. So put coaches in positions to succeed. So what I've done with my coaches is I make sure that they're put in a position to help succeed or help make my team or our team successful. One thing I've learned is not every coach has the same strength. Some coaches are excellent technicians. Some build great relationships with players. Some coaches are outstanding motivators. Some are incredible organizers. Our head varsity coach does a great job on doing this, putting coaches where they can utilize their strengths. I do the same with my JV staff. Now I'm going to put in a little plug here. I do need some coaches, or a couple of coaches, for our JV staff over here at Shadow Ridge High School. So if you're looking for a position, we also have a couple positions open there, and there are some teaching slots available at the high school as well. So come and check us out. So you can see this staff. This is a staff that works well together, because at the end of the day, they're like like another family. They work well together, and they can joke around at the end of the day, and they get over it. They enjoy. They don't mind joking with each other and having a good time. Okay, because they know each other. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Players also, they realize this. Players watch the coaches. Some of the players emulate the coaches. So players are watching coaches every day. They notice. They notice the preparations. They notice your professionalism. They notice your attitude. They know your effort. Players often mirror what they see. Basically emulate what they see. That means the staff behavior matters, maybe more than you realize or we realize. If I had to choose between two assistant coaches, one with tremendous football knowledge but poor character, and another with strong character but less football experience, I'm taking the coach with character every time, because football knowledge can be taught, systems can be taught, technology can be taught. Character is much harder to teach. So I can teach a coach what I want him to do. I can teach a coach our football scheme. I can teach a coach how I want him to teach our running backs or our receivers or our DBs. I can teach a coach that. But teaching a coach character, that's hard. Give me coaches who are loyal, dependable, humble, hardworking, and honest. These are the type of coaches that make strong programs. So in closing, let me tell you this. Let me leave you with this. Building a coaching staff is one of the most important jobs a head coach at any of the 3 levels at high school has to do. So the players matter, the scheme matters, wins and losses matter, but the people standing beside you every day matter too. Choose coaches who believe in the mission, coaches who teach, coaches who support the program instead of themselves, coaches who put players first, because over time the right staff doesn't just help build a better football program or better teams. They help build better men, better young men. That's the goal worth chasing every season. Again, thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, please forward to your friends and family. Leave comments and subscribe below. Again, thank you, and you guys all have an outstanding day. Look forward to seeing you guys on the field. Talk to you later. Bye.